This video will be about healthcare professionals. Swallowing or deglutition is a process that transports a bolus from the oral cavity to the stomach while simultaneously protecting the airway. Adequate swallowing is essential for nutrition, hydration, pulmonary safety, and overall quality of life. Feeding relies heavily on sensory input. Receptors located in the lips, tongue, oral mucosa, pharynx, and laryngeal inlet detect bolus characteristics such as volume, viscosity, texture, temperature, and taste. Afferent information is transmitted primarily through cranial nerves 5, 7, 9, and 10 to regulate bolus preparation and swallow timing while supporting respiratory suppression for airway protection.
The oral preparation phase is voluntary and involves coordinated activity of the lips, jaw, tongue, teeth, and buccal musculature to contain and manipulate the bolus. Adequate lip closure prevents anterior loss, while buccal tension reduces pocketing in the lateral sulci. Saliva promotes lubrication and bolus cohesion. Bolus consistency impacts oral demands. Solids require mastication, which is mediated by brainstem central pattern generators coordinating rhythmic jaw movement. The oral transit phase begins once the bolus is positioned on the tongue. The tongue forms a central groove and sequentially elevates against the hard palate to generate pressure for posterior propulsion. This phase typically lasts about 1 second in adults and ends as increased sensory input at the anterior fascial pillars triggers the pharyngeal swallow.
The pharyngeal phase is involuntary and controlled by the swallowing center in the medulla. When the bolus enters the oropharynx, sensory input via cranial nerves 9 and 10 initiates a coordinated motor response that converts the pharynx from a respiratory to a digestive pathway. The key events include velopharyngeal closure to prevent nasal regurgitation, laryngeal elevation and interior excursion to assist in UES opening, vocal fold adduction for airway protection, pharyngeal constriction generating a stripping wave to propel the bolus. The esophageal phase begins once the bolus passes through the upper esophageal sphincter. Primary peristaltic contractions transport the bolus toward the stomach, after which the UES returns to resting tone to prevent retrograde flow. Disruptions in this phase may result in reflux, globus sensation, or esophageal dysphagia.